said. By the way, have you read Boccaccio's the Cameron? Very interesting novel. You'll be very entertained.
So let me say good evening and thanks for joining me. My name is Damian Phillips. Never get to type the natty, or maybe I should just drop it down. Um, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me welcome you to DP Unfiltered right here on Vibes Corner Radio, the best in the business right now on this side of the hemisphere. So if you want good, did I say good? Yep, good entertainment, this is where to be, and I will forever give thanks to management for allowing me to be here and to express myself. So, if you have not yet been following Vibes Corner Radio, I implore you to do so. All you need to do, LAC in the building, all you need to do is just simply, uh, I don't know why it's not right. There we go. All you need to do is type into your internet able device VCR radio or Vibes Corner Radio. Heard that my audio was a bit, I kind of one way last week, so I'm doing some adjustments um, to making sure we're good, especially those of you listening on VCR. So waiting for the cue whether we're good or not. Ah, see there? My good. So we're good to go. My friend Blazer happened to travel to Jamaica. So I don't know if he will be joining us tonight. It would be nice to hear him live from Jamaica. Send me some footage, and I think everything is going good. All right. Valentina in the building. Good evening to you guys. Remember to like and share. And if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, I kind of want to get it to like sense them to people. So please subscribe to the channel. So let me say it what it is. Although I feel like people are like, you know what the problem is? You don't need it, you know. So if you did need like a 2 cents, you would be going live every day of the week, like you have nothing better to do. I'm sure no know you're in politics like 7 days a week or on have on other places where you can go get that from. You don't need to hear it here on the VCR or DP channel. So um remember, send out the link if you're listening to Vibe, listen to me on Vibes Corner Radio and you want to see me. Nothing is wrong with you playing Vibes Corner Radio and going onto your phone, your tablet, or your TV and actually watch and listen. Good night, DP, and the others on the platform. David, big up yourself. So, a lot to talk about, and this is going to intensify as the day goes by. For once, I learned, was it last week, Thursday, because Friday was holiday. Um, we learned that. So I don't even know how to put it, to be honest. But let me go off what was being said. It was touted, and I heard several PMP vloggers, even the ones that said them are vloggers. Now, to me, it's easy to define who is a vlogger. And I'm sorry, but vlogging now have a negative connotation to it. So big up all of the people who do the right thing. But a vlogger just get up and talk something, just forget likes and share and click and clickbait. You know, when them title them videos, them say something. Um, but you already have all right. But you already have 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 watch hours, or did they change? No, man, me get all of that, so me start get the little money. In fact, let me be honest with you. From I started and reached at 1,000, I've had. Let me look right now and tell how much money me get from YouTube, because I have a plan, and this is why I'm sharing it now. Because I don't want nobody thinks that them a feed me. See, me can't help it. Me too feisty for this, don't. I'm supposed to beg and a plea and a beseech. Where is it? YouTube Studio. Oh, them change the icon for me. So I have $66.14. that is in ads. So, oh, people get paid on YouTube, depending on how much views you get. It's AI determining all of that. If your video is sought after, then the bigger ads, the more paying ads come to your thing. And then if you're watching some people video and you see it's saying you cannot skip the ad, like me, you can't skip all of my ad them because I just sound little sense as me say. But I have made contact with President Deslandis is the president of CASE. This initiative came to me a couple of months ago, and I reached out to him. I want to, and I said I want to start at one. So for the new school year, I want to present the most needy student with a laptop at CASE. And I am from Portland, so I know this. They have people who them they get through to case and they don't even know. Like at the mercy of God carry them through. I know of program where you had to work in the kitchen or on the farm or something. So when everybody else have free time for do whatever they want, because school fee all of them something I don't remember the name of the program, but it's a legitimate program for less fortunate students who find their way, get acceptance to case, but like I say, whole pa challenge them off. Back in the day when it was all about books, they made have books problem. But right now, book not do it again. It's all about your computer. So I'm planning on um whatever money I make by September from YouTube. If I need to add to it from my pocket, I'll be doing that. But that is the intention. And like I said, I want to start with one this year, and every year, if I can go two, three, four, five, six, then I go that route. So that's a kind of oh is it? I just launched something, but not officially. But yes, that is the intention. So back to the view hours. Yes, I've had more than 4,000 view hours. Like me think they're in the thousands now. People, much a thousand people I watch the video. I've had and I get the analytics like more people watch than subscribe, which that by itself tell me that some of them is just them just want to hear what me I say because they want to have something to say. I realize I don't get a lot of SYMs anymore. Seems as if such people talk to them baby mother face stop come over my page and be disrespectful. But yeah, so but yeah, more people are watching my show than who have subscribed to the channel, and every week I get it the shorts as well. But to the point I'm making, when the ads play in the video, so when you're watching it back, when the ads play in the video, if you skip, then that shorten the runtime for me to get the liquor cents. So say they're paying 5 cents per ad. If the ad starting, you just click off of it, the computer calculate the algorithms, and that is how I'm at $66.14 right now. So I always say please support my channel, allow the ads to play, share the channel. Can't believe something I have, and I get these kind of comments in my when people message me and say DP your content is so good, yada yada whatever. Simone the other day, she just found us and she's like, I first me book up on you, da da da, I like it, whatever. Like, why you not have more viewers, why you not have thing? It is what it is. I don't know to beg. I think that's a part of it. I don't want to think people just naturally bad mind and say, you know what, the fact that if me subscribe and if me share and people are watch your video, you're gonna make money off of me nah do that, but you come here and watch. Like that's kind of my way. But yeah, so please when you're watching the replay and you see the ads come up, don't skip the ads, just let them make them run, right? And again, for those of you just joining, I have this initiative that I want to start September coming, and it's to find a way with the College of Agriculture. Like I say, already spoken to the president, and we're going to work out all of that detail because I want to give it to the most needy person. I don't want to give it to somebody who have brother and sister, auntie and grand people are foreign, where I really they must send them to school, but them parade like them broke and nana money like I say. It's going to I'm thinking it, and I don't want to do no essay, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. So maybe by just putting it out now, so you guys may have some ideas. Good night, Annette. I don't know if you guys want to bump it up instead of just saying, but this is what I'm saying. If you just watch the videos and don't skip them, that's you contributing to the project, right? But if you want to say DP, I want to send you $5 or $10 or whatever towards it, then that's up to you. But like I said, I don't really like to beg. So I don't think I'm going to come here from now to September and say, which is just a couple of weeks from now, and say, please, I have this amount of money. Like I just put it out. I have $66. And can you believe it? I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this for so long. Start get finally start getting something from YouTube. And I am not even going to say, let me buy a sweetie from that money. I am going to put it back into the community because I believe in philanthropy. That's what it's called. Yeah. And to be honest, I kind of no need for come and beg. Like God has been so good to me. I'm not showing off. I'm not rich, but yeah. So that is my plan. September, um, any amount of money. Well, no. So here the next thing to with YouTube. You have to have $100 to get a payout. That's when they start payout. So maybe by September, if I don't have $100, I still won't get it. Um, but that is the plan. September, I'm going to reach out to the president of case and find out how can we figure out. And of course, it's going to take a couple of time because they have registration, and then maybe that's how they're going to find out, like after school start, like the needy person. All right, so back to politics. That's why we're here, right? That's what my song say. May I give the people them time for logging, and for share the video so we can get world of viewers tonight. What is happening in the PNP? So Damon Crawford said a couple weeks ago that the PMP won't be sharing their plans until the election is called. The last time I checked, the PMP not called the election yet. Miss P, good evening. How you doing? Do more than one live per week or video. Um, yes, I've been doing that, Valentina. I post at least one short every day. Mark you, it's other people's what's my call it thing I use, but stuff that me think is important and people need to hear. Um, so yeah, I do shorts, and that's what YouTube tell me that most of the people who find me is via my shorts. So I'm doing that. JLP need more YouTube platform, and supporters need to support all JLP platform. I like that. Let me highlight it and read it. Support all JLP platform. The key to this election is to bring out all the voters plus. And me I got bad mind and say something again. So I've had Senator Marlon Morgan on my platform before, and the viewers, somebody requested him and I got him, and that was before he became a senator. And I remember telling him when he became a senator, I'm like, you know what? Me feel say I eat that, you know. Me feel like me now can get up on my show no more. And a couple time, which is stretch. And I've had conversation. Maybe I shouldn't be saying these things, but some mistake. I can't help it. Can't help myself. Like I think more people who are getting a salary need to be do more. And I won't name names right now, but I kind of pick up that I was talking to some people, inviting them, and like where Mario did say the other day, the people I want to tell people for suck them mother, I never him, I'm handler, whatever. So yeah, you may think that you're messaging somebody, a senator or an MP or something like that, and is them handler angle it. And these people are making decision to say, sure, yeah, no, nobody. So we don't need for this and that. And I remember saying this to Marlon. I said, listen, if you check the PNP, it remind me of Crystal Tomlinson. Remember our 10-point plan when she said them need for beef up and pay propagandists and all of these things. Like the PNP people, them not short of getting them people, them, which it kind of makes sense. When you're desperate and when you're the one feel like you need it more, because that is the vibe I kind of get. I feel like the PNP feel like them need for win. I think I saw a video earlier this evening to where the person on the platform, sorry, the person on the platform was saying that we need to win this election. I'm not getting a vibe from the JLP like they're saying we need to win it and at all costs. You know, what I'm getting is it's more a kind of, well, we have done the work, you know, we put in the work, our work is out there. I remember a couple months ago, Cliff was saying the same thing. And this take me to what I want to talk about. Um, And I have a clip I said I was going to use for that too. But I hear PMP cussing even Simon now because Simon is not saying what they want him to say. You understand? And I hear Simon say, if Obama had done something like what Dr. Onles did, people would be saying, yes, man, and find all kind of praises. But we know the thing, go. There is nothing that Dr. Onles can do to get the approval of the PNP. Nothing whatsoever. Especially when we're weeks away from the election. They cannot come out and say something is good. They cannot. Because that is going to tell their supporter that them weak. And I've had people say them just wicked because if a good idea. And I find myself encouraging people to say, no, don't pay attention to them because this is how we have been practicing politics in Jamaica, where the opposition just oppose, 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 oppose. Nothing else. So again, the boss is still a thing. And I saw um, a counselor, a lawyer, sorry, asking just this evening when I look at it, it was 2 hours ago. First, he started out by saying he's all for a school bus system. But he had questions like, but why American made and why use? Why not new? And he went on and on. And I couldn't help my fingers. I had to utilize my thumb and I said, sir, clearly you're a troublemaker. Because there are still people. I haven't heard any today because I was busy doing some work. But up to last week, Thursday, Wednesday, I hear people calling in talk show and saying why them get them busted and the pitney them are go step out in the road and thing and me like, all right. So all them hear the bus part and all them not hear about the retrofitting parts. All them not hear about the moving the door to the other side and all of these things. Some stupidness me hear them a complain about is this one dude did call one show me that listen to how him drive bus America and now them are going to endanger the kids because the door is going to be behind the driver and the driver won't be seeing the kids. And I'm like, I said something earlier today based on a photo I saw, and I shared it. Because part of me I said, don't share rumor, but you have to dispel the rumors the when you see them. So it seems as if there was a ditch and the bus was backing up, either backing up or going forward, whichever one. It's a crap still photo. So there's no way of telling if the bus had actually stuck for real. But that is what they were reporting. That the bus stuck and see some share it and I say, yes, on a dream come true now. So because of all of this, we're supposed to just scrap the bus program, the school bus thing. Just because it appeared that one bus gets stuck out of 110 bus, one bus gets stuck. So I saw other people making suggestion to say all they need to do is just use the smaller buses for those areas, blah blah blah. Somebody else said something, and I agree. Like I know the first that one bus stuck, so why is that a problem? But again, back to the point that I'm making. A good thing as a school bus system, if the opposition ever come out and say yes, it's a good idea, it's a brilliant idea, them are going to lose ratings and maybe they think some of their supporters are going to say, but no, sir. It better if me just go support, which I got a clip. And this clip, when I hear it today, I said to myself, the JLP is in, I mean, the PMP is in problems. Yep. Them in a problem because if one of them big time supporter can come out on national radio and endorse the incumbent, then kind of dark. And I've mentioned it several times. I'm gonna mention it again. And I hear it even on nationwide. That's why I'm gonna say it. Whenever some people call and I say something, it's like they don't want the people them talk and they want hurry them off of the phone and all of that, which me think is wrong. People them take them credits and call, and I believe that they should give them a listening ear. So
Think of the nation, Jamaica, and don't put us back. Because you cannot go to the polls and go vote I man Mark Golding. You can't do that. The People's National Party was formed by a Jamaican, a black Jamaican, in the interest of building a great
Yeah,
nation,
no, I don't.
right?
Where you going with it though? I don't understand. You start to
What
say,
I am saying,
you
what I
intend to
am
vote a
saying,
certain way, but the
what I am
voters must not
saying,
put back. Where you going
yes,
with it, Liz?
what I
Where
am
you going?
saying, it may
Mhm.
sound bitter, a bitter pill, but I
Know me
think
about it. Let me be
they
honest.
should,
Know me
they,
about it. You know,
they
I'll
should
say to say
keep,
it out.
they should
Yeah.
keep the present administration. Third term, yes, it's painful, but do not by any inch of voting, going to the polls and vote. Jamaican people should ever
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
put back the
I know.
British
I know.
anywhere
Liz,
near Parliament and our
you,
house, our
you're
our
on the horn.
governance.
You're on the horns of a dilemma because
No,
you
I
indicate.
agree.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Mm.
Hear me out, please. You indicate what you propose to do, but you're advocating person do the contrary.
if you're just joining, this is DP Unfiltered. So we have a viewer from Mexico. Big up
Right?
yourself.
They are being advertised under the banner of the People's National Party. When Dr. Phillips, for example, asked 9 questions to the to Andrew Holness at the time, candidate Holness, and he was challenged from inside the PNP by these people. For example, the South Manchester candidate
Liz,
challenged
yeah,
him
but
and wrote a two-page
Liz,
article.
Liz,
And now,
Liz,
and now
Liz,
wants
hold
people
on.
to vote him into office
But
again. No, it
with
shouldn't happen.
respect, Liz,
Yeah,
Elizabeth, with respect, the
yeah.
fact is that it happened, it done, it gone, Liz.
No, Clive.
So I don't know. I have to be careful. I tell you something. We have to be careful not to get locked into a kind of a bubble of things past. You understand me? But anyhow,
Yes, I
let's leave it at
understand.
that.
But you
Let's leave it at that.
cannot put wolves in sheep clothing.
Mhm.
They are hiding in the
Mhm.
PNP clothing, but they're going to
All
change the
right.
name, you know. They're going to change the name if
All
they give the people, give them the chance.
all right.
Do not be conned. Pick out
All
the
right. I'm
people
gonna
them
leave
who
it there. I'm gonna leave it. Let's leave it. Let's take it out. I think.
think of the nation, Jamaica, and don't put us back. Because you cannot go to the polls and go vote I man Mark Golding. You can't do that. The People's National Party was formed by a Jamaican, a black Jamaican, in the interest of building a great
Yeah,
nation,
I don't.
right?
Where you going with it? No, I
So
don't understand.
if you're not picking up what's going on there, that's a farmer. And I don't know, let me not say a farmer. Because she mentioned stuff like they are going to change the name, stuff like that. That is a PNP comrade telling the nation, do not vote for a British white man. She's warning the nation, do not do it. Anybody heard Mark's uh emancipation speech? Because I haven't heard it. But I noticed when him talk sometime him talk about our ancestors and our thing, and I'm like, what matter about? I've heard one PNP, I think it was Miss Brown Burke, saying they're saying that he's white. Or the other lady, I don't remember she name now. One of them. Don't quote me on that. That people saying that he's white. So Mark is not white. Mark is not a white man. That is what you don't want us to believe. So when him refer to our ancestors, who him a talk about? Because him cannot say our ancestors. He's not from Africa. He's not a so take out the whole because I don't know. I think we're going to go into the election really not knowing. I personally think I won't know the truth behind where it's born because where it was born. Because there are people who believe that once you do that, you're coming out of Trump's playbook. And you would recall when Trump was questioning, they have this whole Bertha movement when they were questioning Obama, um, where he was born, all of that. And there was some conspiracy theory, all of these things. I think Mark could help a lot of people if he just publish his birth certificate in the Gleaner or the Observer. But you cannot say this to Rise United supporters. But back to what I was saying with Liz. Liz is clearly saying choose Jamaica. He's a white Jewish man. Liz is saying choose. And I have a clip. I'm going to play it because Venetia is saying when fish come from river bottom or sea bottom, whichever, and tell us say shark a bite. Believe him. Venetia is saying, my namesake, big up yourself, Venetia. The PMP is not used to this kind of campaigning. Them used to the mudslinging and the dip up hand and all of these things. And to the point where I hear them complaining now and saying, oh JLP not start the campaigning yet. I heard several radio personality questioning when Dr. Tufton said that no, we don't really need mass meetings and them kind of something because the truth is, and from a very informed place, I covered elections for TVJ. I was a videographer for TVJ. And nomination day, I always talk about this. All it takes to nominate somebody is the individual being nominated and 10 witness and how much? $2,000? I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. That's all it takes. And I remember getting cuss out already saying me did make the JLP crowd. I think that was 2016 nomination. Me did make the JLP crowd look bigger than the PMP. I may say by doing what? Because I think I got a shot. My memory served me well. I went in the back of a police pickup, and this was East Portland. And I think I got a shot from about Carter Park, for those of you who are familiar with Port Antonio. And that elevated shot as Khan to the PMP supporter, I was cussing me out and say, me make the JLP crowd look bigger. So of course, during election time, media personals get wholper cussing, bashing, because you must do everything. Oh, that's why they want you to do it. If you not do it, so then you're kind of something. But I was taken aback when I was watching both the leading TV stations in Jamaica. And it was about which crowd was bigger for nomination. And the grand entry, who came in and donkey, horse, bike back, whatever it was, helicopter. And I was taken aback because I said to myself, those two sea of people clearly show that we're not a progressive country. Because if you can have thousands of people on both sides, PNP and JLP, all over the country for one day, and then give them different time because them know everybody bungle up at the electoral office. And what I saw was unproductive people. What I saw was, and I always talk about this, it's not just now. May I say, so you tell me, say, if me did a wrap bag of one supermarket, me would have take time out or take off the day just figure March. Me not even get to go in. I remember I had issues that year because I wanted to go right in and witness the people them one nominate and get the video and thing, and the officer there that time me say me can't, and we make some call to the big man, and the big man say, of course, what you talking about? So I got to go in the inside and videotape all of that for news. But the people them were just march. I just nice them make. And like I said, I felt bad because I'm saying just for nomination, that's all it is. And all it take is 10 witness, the individual, and the money. But sea of people turn out every nomination. You're going to see it this year, a couple of weeks from now. And the news is going to be both on the two main TV station who had the bigger crowd just for nominate. So I have a lot of things I may have some issue with. But again, who is me? That's a part of it. But back to the point I was making, the PMP is uncomfortable because they realize the JLP is running, which I think it's more presidential, if you ask me, kind of campaign. At one point, I used to say, I don't believe in campaigning. I don't believe in campaigning because what happened is people just come up and I think they're on a mission now. Every single day, there's a new promise. And something that I have to talk about because I heard it, listening to the most youthful-ish radio station in Jamaica, trying to give a free ad. I make my boss know so me I listen to other radio station. But I heard some ad running. One of them saying, we shouldn't be burdening our youths. So the PMP is promising that if and when they form the next government, you won't be paying for a student loan if you're not working. And I am saying that is a bad message, because that means you can just say you're not work. Or I can just see people manipulating it to say, well, um, I took the student loan to go to a teacher's college. I get a job at a call center. I am not working as a teacher. So technically, me not work, because when me borrow the money if you do, I know that me I do. I just see people coming up with some loophole to make it, just like with the housing thing, which Mark promising that he's going to do this rent to own. And to me, it's just like a dog whistle saying, young people, I need your votes. So come and vote for me, and me I gonna make you get house, and then you not have to pay for. And what gonna happen? Just think about it. So God forbid they do form the next government, and first and foremost, nobody thinks they are gonna get nothing done. As much as they're bashing the prime minister right now and saying, "Oh, there's a lot of things that you're promising in your 100 days that you haven't done," and one of them is, and again, it is what it is. It is politics. When you're in the opposition, you promise all the good thing, and I like to use analogy. It's just like one man I look at a woman. And the woman may have complained and I said, boy, him not give me no attention and him not take me out and him not whatever, whatever. And the man now go come up with all of the promises. If I tell her, say, he's going to do a better job. Females watching, me I talk about. He's going to do a better job if you give him the chance. And I've known women who is saw them end up of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitney because that one year come, bigger chance, and give my chance, bigger youth, and give my youth, she give my youth. And then him just after a while. Because there's something, and which this is not my previous life. I used to talk about relationship stuff, but there's a rapper that said there's ain't none of that thing like a brand new one. Like, yeah. So there are guys who it's just about the chase. It's not every man decent like me who, say once are you are you. You know what I mean? I say you don't have to worry about no bun and something because I'm too conservative to give bun. Like to give bun is expensive. I hear females say it over and over. Cheating is a money man sport. So because me not rich, I can't cheat. That's not the reason why I don't cheat. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I say, but it's one of them things. So because them I look Jamaica now, them I come with all of the sweet mouth and the promises. But I think people who are my age, a little bit younger and older, you have lived long enough now to know that half of the things them that they're promising, maybe more than half, is just campaign olo. Campaign olo. One of them today is what? Oh no, let me go back to the radio station and the ad. The man sounds so condescending. Him sounds so fake. And I'm like, why? Two things. So that sound because the other sound worse, when him I try to talk Jamaican, and I saw that Dr. Dayton Campbell the other day and others trying to put a spin to say when him cussed the big bad word, it was Jamaican he was talking. So they must say, oh, I see people are criticized now because Mark, who is a Jamaican, talk Jamaican. Are you? No. Him use a Jamaican word that don't make him. Me have whole heap of people who as them see me a one Jamaican word them use. So that mean everybody will say BC and RC is a Jamaican? No, sir. Me no say no better than that. But I heard Cliff this evening questioning it, and I was going to tweet it earlier. I think somebody really need to grab Dayton Campbell and check him out. Because one of the present on Nationwide, every time when callers call in, and I heard Cliff put it to him this evening, Ricardo, and him kind of mildly say stating point. But I've heard several callers calling in and say, Dayton is such a turnoff. You want to listen because you want to know them I come with, but it come like this man take over from Portia. Because every time of recent time when me hear Dayton now, it sound like one woman a trace. Yeah. It sound like one woman a trace, one tracing kind of me a dip up under you kind of something. And I'm like, I could understand if this was just a counselor or maybe even just one MP or something like that. But we're talking about the general secretary. So Ricardo position is, and like I said, I've heard several callers put it to him, and they're like, it's distasteful. And Ricardo's like, oh, but yeah, but I think he's waving to a gallery, and those people want to hear him like that and thing. And I'm like, how do we justify things? Which bring me to the move, the chess move that Dr. Hollis made last week. It wasn't announced. People just wake up because I was wondering what is it that I'm hearing, and I thought it was a painting or some graphics thing. When I heard George made mention that something about you may have woke up to imagery of Dr. Wallace in halfway tree, and I'm like, so I didn't know it was literal. I didn't know. Let me stop ignore you people. Truth or truth. It is even more blatant now. Normally they try to seem more balanced. Yeah. So I didn't know it was a literal thing. Like the prime minister came down and sorry, but me I gonna liken this to Jesus. So all of the Christian them, please don't take offended. But remember the story that we heard is that Jesus came down and became flesh and walk among us and thing. I am sorry, but to me I kind of that. Like I saw videos of the smiles on everybody's face, males, females, women, men, and they were so happy. I end up meeting Andrew Oles. I've met Portia. I've met Mark, not Mark, Bruce Golden, all of that because I was a news reporter. I was a videographer. So I've sat in close proximity to them and all of these things, talk to them, interview, all that. But the point I'm making is not every Jamaican get a chance to meet and shake a prime minister hand. That's not normal. That's novel. And to hear PNP put a negative spin on that, they say him desperate. So him then them and I hear them, you hear the condescend. My prime minister come down, and I hear one woman, I don't know if it's a male or a female, we use this term to Simon called commoner. And Simon is like, I don't know what that means because the term commoner, when them use it, is when them talk about like all the royal family and the monarchy. And I'm saying to myself, what could be so wrong with the prime minister say, listen, I am going to go in the street. I saw a video with him. Of course, some of them stage. The prime minister never load up all of them vehicle with all of the brochure. No, that is for the camera. Yeah, that it is what it is. But the joy and taking him out of it, although the centerpiece is the prime minister, but the joy I saw on the motorist's faces, it was priceless. And when I heard about it, the first thing, because I know to think negative, I'm a pessimist naturally. And I'm like, let me hear what the PMP them are going to find in this for complain about. What? And of course, it never go long enough till you start here see the complaints. Oh, I beg votes. And if him a think him a do so good. So I heard somebody that I have some respect for, still have some respect for him. Kemoy McEachran. I heard him Thursday morning, and I think he's in a place where comrades no ram fi call him and blaze him. It's Simon alone them can't say certain things to. But I heard them roughing up even Jody. Sometimes she kind of rein them in, but other times I think she feel like, I can't bother. Maybe just left them and then chat with them, and get rid of them quick and fast. But I've heard several people rush Kemai wicked, wicked, and say, oh, he might show him colors and him this and that, and him to be objective and whatever. So I'm wondering if Kemai is at a place of bother where I say, boy, but the power, me can't make them people are, the core listeners, them now listen to me and whatever, whatever. So let me wave to the gallery. So he was saying he's taken aback because my words, not his. If the government has done so many good things in the 9 years, why they need to print a booklet and hand it out? And I was gonna message him and tell me one good something or not one. I was going to say, come on, please share with me one very important thing that the Andrew Holness administration did from not the first thing since 2016 when they won the election. I'm sure I'm going to be able to tell. And this is something that I know because it's just like with interaction with people. You write, you apply for a job and you get it. And you know, remember how much you did a beg the boss man to get the job. But when you're getting at the job now and everything nice and thing, and then when certain challenges start appear, you know, remember say you did beg and beseech for the job. When you get overtime, hours and pay, and you did want to go home because whatever reason you start complaining. Not remembering again, say the person did something good by giving you a job. What am I trying to say? Some of the things when I hear them reading them out, I didn't know of them. That's one. And two, like me never remember. So it's a thing about incumbency. So you heard and of the clip. I wonder if I should play or not play. But I heard a presenter on RJR more than 1 week. So it must have been at least 2 weeks. Questioning the spending of or the payment of advertisement on other radio station, including her radio station. And I was taken aback because I remember when I was working at a local cable, and sometimes some ad come and the quality of the ad them me never really like, or the content me never really like, but people in collect money and move right along. I don't know if you guys heard Emily Shields the other day, but she was questioning exactly what I was questioning because she's saying gone are the days media houses could have put them pot on fire. If you know, say even before the election is been called, you go just been bombarded. If you have an outside broadcast, a trouble. If you have one segment, a trouble because everything, the time is brought to you by the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party. Yeah, like every second. Like it come like nothing else never did mention. But what happened? No, there's free media. So I know that the spending, and even in this, people complaining say the government shouldn't print no book. And this is a term I heard Ralston, and I think what's his name? Simon told me that Marcus Mosiah Garvey mentioned it. They're saying if you want to hide something, put it in a book. They know it. So that not simply mean if you think the government are try hide something, go and get the book and read it. I heard several people telling other PNP who say them want the book for say no, they not for waste of time and read the foolishness. And then they tried to say if the government was doing so good of a job, they wouldn't need to put it out there. And I am saying 9 years is a very long time. Well, to me, still young. But I am sure for the first term, some of the things that was done, because PMP is intentionally doing that. They keep on driving to home and say, you're in government for 9 years, in government for 9 years. When I see and I ask somebody on Twitter, what did happen to this place? They're complaining that no water not at the place. And I'm like, all right, no water never did it before 2016. I think we're getting a call, so let's jump to the phone. Hello, good evening, you're live. Hold on 1 second. Let me try to connect it to my road. Are you there? All right. Let's do it this way. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm here.
All right. I was trying to patch it through the board, but may have some difficulties. Yeah. So, go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man. DP.
Yeah, man. May I hear you?
Yeah, man. I want to Palestine now, but I'm not in Jamaica now.
Okay.
I know your father. I know your father well.
Careful now, you know.
She.
Mind that's something bad you gotta tell me.
No, I'm not telling nothing bad about your father. No, man. That my mother came going for a long way, but
Trouble
you
me, I
don't know
trouble
me.
you.
If you see me, you will know I'm still. If you see me, you will know me.
Okay.
But tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
All Dayton is ranting on the stage. You you realize he's not saying no matter what The guy from St. John's Kingston is saying he's not saying anything.
He can't say nothing.
You realize that?
No, remember
Okay.
that. Remember that when him come out and say when Lawrence did say
Yeah.
something about $15 million was promised. And even one of the senator did come out and say no money, and then when the guy drop him thing, they didn't see him. What did have come back and say yes? Lawrence was asking for and he put it neatly to say it was compensation, reimbursement. That's the term, reimbursement, because he had put on doors and windows on the office, which is lie. But him can't address that.
Even no, I don't say that's right. But even if Lawrence last rant on the state in Central Kingston, you realize it. No, normally if somebody says something like that, he would have come out and go on.
Yes, man. I'm hearing you. Right. Go ahead. You're not hearing me?
Uh-huh. So that is telling me something now.
Mm-hmm. What is it telling you?
That is telling me that Lawrence have his file. Honestly, knowing the Dayton,
yes,
you would have come out and you would have get at Lawrence. You would have.
Yeah, like Karen Cross, cause him deal with her wicked, you know.
Exactly, you would have get at Lawrence. You know, there's something. I guess Lawrence has their file and they know it.
Mm-hmm. But Lawrence said it the other day when him say he did things to keep even Mark himself where he's at right now, because him move motion to make them can challenge the president before the election call, like 2 years prior to the election.
Right. I honestly, I would have to wake up in a dream tomorrow morning. I must dream. I would have to wake up and see the Jamaican people voting back the PNP right now. Trust me.
Well, this is what I can tell you, because as you say, you're not in Jamaica. I think when you're outside, you see things differently than when you're inside. Because the other day, one of my brethren was on the show, Blazer, and him said, listen, man, based on what I see, if people vote out Anne-Marie Vaz, like something wrong or something to that effect. But there were people questioning him and say, why you say so, cause she not do nothing. You have one man all him grown and says all Anne-Marie do is dance pan road. Nothing else.
But all right, listen what I'm saying. Well, I don't share that view, because even I don't know if I'm very, very much in touch with what is going on. I saw this lady, what the former counselor from Buff Bay Valley. She's running against Mr. Vaz.
Yeah, man, I know her.
And I saw Doreen Campbell.
Doreen Campbell, yep.
And I saw her, and she was saying she can't believe. Apparently, she was saying she can't believe what it, because she was saying that the amount of work Ms. Vaz is putting in, she don't know where she get the money. You didn't see that? You didn't see
No,
that?
no, I not see that yet.
You never see that? You never see that?
No, I not see it yet.
When Mark Golden got to Buff Bay?
Trust me, up to now I heard about it. That's when he was promising to dump up the place with sand and make people.
Dump the place above.
Yeah, trust me, me only hear people mention of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, she was saying people not believe what them say, because the amount of road that she sees she dance pan, she don't know where she get the money from to do them. I mean, come on. And then if you see subject, why?
So let me tell you, I think something is wrong with a lot of these PMP people, because I heard a clip with Doreen Simon bashing the school bus and at the same time welcoming it. She's saying it's a good thing, and then she's like, oh, but them never plan it out, because the stakeholders, which are the taxi operators, like them a roll out bus now and them a go suffer. And I'm like, where she there when it was known, everybody know the slogan, no schoolers. You remember that slogan there?
Yeah, but what I'm seeing, I mean, I see. Well, I don't know. It's not all the taxi drivers from Portland, but I seen taxi drivers in Portland, except for one. I think they interview about 7 or 8 taxi drivers, and it was just one person was saying they, they're gonna lose business. But everybody else welcome it. So I don't. It's the thing is, the PNP they are they are just I don't know. They they're
But
just
I share
waiting.
your sentiments. I feel like if the election call and I wake up and they vote out, but this is why, and maybe it's because I'm old enough to remember. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that JLP won 1980. They call a snap election 83, clean sweep,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had Gilbert 88, and this was
Mm-hmm.
one of the fastest turnaround of our economy after an
Mm-hmm.
hurricane. We saw it the other day last year, but it wasn't a direct hit, so I'm not really compare that. But after
But
Gilbert, remember say 89 when
mm-hmm.
Siaga called election, them vote him out.
But yeah, what is that? What with that now? It's two different scenario because at the time, you in those days you have those traditional medias, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't read, some people don't listen to radio. But it's a different thing now, man. Trust me.
I see what you're
It's
saying
a
because
different
I
thing
alluded
altogether.
to that a lot of times. Gone are the days when RGR
Yeah.
says something or Gleaner says something,
Yeah.
it was
Right. Right.
gospel.
Right. Right. Right.
Nobody questioned
Mm-hmm.
it. So you're saying that
Right.
was on the side of the PNP back then, but no, the fact that
Exactly.
more truth can be like, for example, I started talking about it and I went off. I don't know which part you come on the show, but up to last week Thursday, I had it to say based on where them did a report say the prime minister have 28 bank account. Only thing for here now say when them really does it down is really 8 account we are talking about because some of
No, but
them is
but
joint
then again,
account. Him mother
then
put him per around 4 just as a trustee, and some insurance something. And I'm like, so now I see a Clyde McKenzie, which I don't know if you know that name. He's a former member of the PNP.
yeah,
Yesterday
man.
tweeted
I
and
know. Yeah,
say
man. Clyde. Yeah, yeah.
he tweeted yesterday and say, I don't care if the prime minister have 100 bank account. And I'm like, what? Because
No, but the problem with that, I mean, what 28 bank account? What if somebody has 28 bank account?
that is
It's
my
not that
point.
neither here nor there.
I was saying, and
Really?
just like what Dennis Chung did say, which me can't see why them did nail him to the cross. The man said the amount of bank account, because you can't have somebody with 29 bank account and some of them all dormant. But you can't have 2 or 1 bank account and the things going through that bank account. So even Dennis had said it. Him never care
Alright.
about the amount of bank account. Him care about the movement or the whatever going on in the bank account. But guess what?
Whether or not he has 28 bank account. Listen, um, I I work I work in a bank for years, not really like behind the counters, right?
Yep.
But I know
Mm-hmm.
most times when person come in a bank, if you're starting a business or do anything, you have a mortgage, you have to have a separate account.
Yep.
A
I was
separate
listening to a
account.
PMP vlogger right in at the time when them they dropped this lie about 28 bank account. And one of his
Mm-hmm.
own supporter calling him and he was saying to the person that, listen, I have worked in the banking industry. You see, more
Mm-hmm.
so if you go do all international thing, you have to have a separate an account and open it. So you may get the account, get a book or whatever it is, but technically the account is still not open until the first transaction go through. And the man never want to hear that. I mean, I say you could have, it's like him have some ratings for the lady, so you couldn't run her off and say how foolish she attack say.
Mm.
Because I did one comrade. But she
That's true.
explained to him and I tell him, say, no, some of the time then based on the nature of the business, you cannot use your personal account or any other account you have. You have to open a new one. So even though them say
All
yes,
right.
it open, it's still technically not open until the first transaction go through it. But
All right, you see where I am?
mm-hmm.
I work in a bank, right? Um, any business at all you're doing, if you have 5 business, you have to have 5 separate accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the local account and a US account.
Yes.
So right away you're gonna have 10 accounts, right? Just there and then.
But
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying, and I keep
Just
on
there and
repeating
then.
this. The PNP well risers, because I really think so them are PNP. The risers, them have this thing where them create them straw man and then tear it down,
Uh, to me,
But if you look, what may I say? Listen to all the vloggers there. I don't know if you hear it, or just people on social media. They run with this thing like, okay, yes, he must go to prison now because he have 28 bank account. And I'm like, I was tweeting it several times and I'm like, all right, because I never know the truth. Me never read none of the report them because me say me now waste my time reading nothing from the IC because this is how I see it. Maybe I'm ignorant and which mean lack of knowledge. But my thing is the IC was set up that our public officials, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then you charge them. And I have been saying this from day one. If the prime minister is guilty or if them find things where them need for charge him, charge him. Don't care about them and make report to parliament. And what is in the report? A recommendation to have them move the investigation to the FID and TAJ after spending $31 million to a Trinidadian financial investigating firm. And Oscars, look what the link, me I tell you. So Dawes made a big thing about $31 million and a drill that is supposed to save Jamaican lives. But $31 million plus was spent on a report on the prime minister. So some question I may ask, me no hear Clifford ask them or nobody else. Like, who does? Is it that the IC can just spend any amount of money? Them now if go through no procurement and get nobody for sign off and spending. So they spend over $31 million for a report. And we, the Jamaican people, cannot have access. So right now, is only Andrew Only's lawyer them can see it, and his taxpayer money paid that money. Make it make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. That show you what they set out to do. Honestly, a lot of persons don't like Mr. Warmington, but trust me, Mr. Warmington is one of the best parliamentarian in the country. Believe me.
I agree.
Because there's no way you can set up an entity and they are to themselves. You can't. There's no way you can.
And then when the parliament said them must come, this man come with him outer orderness I talk about. It look like said the parliament them a drink water or something at the water. Disrespect the people them.
The point is, we did not vote for them. We did not vote for them enough.
That is my point.
We did not vote for them.
That is my point. And them have the biggest speech, them and the so-called civil society. All right. So since Thursday, we hear that the information come out, and I see they say 4-on-1 reporting on the bank account say it's about 9. Or we not hear none of them come out and say nothing about this whole thing, which a lot of us were made to believe
I
that.
don't expect them to, because you see, I remember one night I was listening because I listen to Nationwide religiously, and I remember one night there was a caller. His name is Cleveland.
Yes.
And he called Carol Narcis a comrade. And Tyrone Reed was on the program.
Rush him wicked down.
And Tyrone Reed was
Rush him wicked.
Tyrone Reed tell him say, no, Cleveland, you can't
withdraw that.
You can't do that.
Yep.
And there was I think about 3 weeks after, you have always Daddy come on the program. And he called Comrade Narcis, and Tyrone didn't say anything. He did not say anything,
Yep.
So it does show me that people but before that, I know Miss Narcis was a comrade. You know why? In the time of COVID, she was bashing the government. Bashing the government, and she was.
But let me interject though. I don't think nothing is wrong with being a comrade or a labor right.
No, but they need to declare themselves. That's the problem I'm having. There's nothing wrong with that. But they need to declare themselves. Do not come and criticize the government because you are coming. Tell me, say you're coming.
Well,
we respect you for that. If
my mother used to say actions speak louder than words. So we see, because again, back to even Nationwide, and I'm not really bashing them, I'm just stating the obvious. Every time when people talk about JFJ and stuff and saying, why we not hear them talk on certain things? I always hear members of the media is like mounting a defense for them and saying, no, what they deal with is XYZ, blah, blah. But I've seen them make posts and something about stuff when I nothing to do with them.
Still, all right, listen, that's their mandate is kind of different, But at the same time, they're stepping out of line. Their mandate. I
When it
think
has anything to do with
sometimes.
the prime minister and the JLP, them have a
Hmm?
point. Them anytime it have anything to do with against the prime minister or the JLP, them have a problem. And they have an opinion.
Yeah.
But I have
Right.
heard, I don't remember what it was, but something happened the other day. And when several people were asking what's her name, Michael Jackson, and they said they don't have any opinion. The JFD don't have any opinion on that right now. And I'm like, it's so obvious. But like I said, I'm not going to waste my time. But it would just be nice
Right. But
to see a balance, to see
we
something come out and we can hear say, boy, yeah.
and this and that's the problem in Jamaica. We have in Jamaica now because the people who are saying calling about corruption, they are the most corrupt.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, I don't listen to them. Period. I don't listen to them. I don't listen to what if they're gonna have something to say good. I don't listen to them. That's the problem they're having now. That's the biggest problem in Jamaica because a lot of persons don't trust them, don't listen to them when they're talking. Honestly.
Yep.
And well, I personally I don't have any doubt. I don't have any doubt. I think the JLP gonna lose a couple of seats.
Yeah.
Because some of the MPs are lazy, and we're gonna look. But I don't have any doubt that
Yeah,
JLP
I
will
like
retain
so I hear
honestly.
some JLP supporters being overly zealous and saying, oh, there is clean sweep and them are gonna pick up more seats and all of that. And I'm like, no, I
No, I
think
don't think so. No,
anybody think
well,
that's not really thinking or they just have wishful thinking
I
because
don't think they're
you
gonna
know
pick up more
this. You sound
seats.
like an older man for me. You know that once there's a swing, you have some people where all we never did for win, I go win because there's a swing.
No, all right. The thing is, I don't think they're gonna pick up more seats, but they're gonna pick up different seats. I think so.
When you say different, what do you
Because
mean? Out of the 13
honestly,
last year?
I think
Last election?
I think
Oh.
Michael Phillips' seat is in play.
Mm.
That seat is in play.
Mm.
Yeah, seriously.
Interesting.
I think that's one in play. I hear people talking about South St. Catherine, but I don't think it's in play. I have to see on the night.
What about Dr. Guy in St. Mary?
That's one of the strongest PNP seats in the country.
Really?
Yeah, man. That seat is one of the strongest PNP seats in the country.
Gotcha.
Southeast sentence. That's two of the strongest seats in the country. Away from
Wait. Southeast, that's Lisa Anna's seat?
Yeah.
I was about to say it's not strong. Because she win by about 11 votes the last time.
Yeah, but all right, we are talking about history now.
The history. I get what you mean. And then of course, like I said, the last election there was a swing against the PNP. We all know that.
Right.
So but yeah, so this is my prediction because I'm not into the whole prediction thing. I like watch it, but I believe, and this is just how I see it because I'm on the outside. I believe that if there's a swing to the PNP, then that's the only way they can actually win. I don't think it's going to be. They're going to just naturally make the first 32.
They can't win, man. Look here, but tell you something, man.
But Bridget, me nah say they can't like you, bro, because 89. Nobody never expect at the last, because again, I start covering election when I think I started working for TVJ 2010. So my first election would have been what, 2016? Yeah. So really something like that. But I cover some local too.
I think.
But the last couple of elections. Well, before 2016 was one. I don't think 2020 came as a surprise. Like everybody saw the writing on the wall. Andrew was still fresh. But 2016 came as a surprise. I don't think even the JLP themselves expected to win the 2016 election.
Why? Why is that?
And the election before, which was that? 2016? 2011. That's when Andrew called it in Manchester.
Yeah, that's what.
Me never think said the JLP thing said they made go lose. So there have been some prizes back and forth. And if you realize those two elections.
But listen, 2016, the JLP was JLP was up against the wild man. There's I never expect them to win. All right, 2016. Before 2016, a month out of the election, the JLP was destined to lose. Honestly.
You said 2016, the JLP was destined to lose.
The JLP back?
Tell me.
The 1.5.
Okay.
That's what bring the JLP to back over the line. Trust me.
Yeah, but so all right. So what we're doing now, remember, say hindsight is 2020. You're looking back now and say that caused that. But like I said, I was covering the campaign trail and stuff. And I say, I don't think because remember that, and this is why I'm basing my argument. Remember them did have one challenge, between Andrew and Ardlishaw. So they were building back to go into that election. So I did not sense this guarantee. You see, like how say, no, man, JLP definitely gonna take it. I did not get that from the JLP in 2015 going into 2016.
Right, but I'm saying yes, because as I said to you, the JLP win the election in 2016. The JLP won the election in the last month.
Gotcha.
That 1.5 plan, where Arbinil and Ardisha and Jonas come and talk about that win them election.
Gotcha.
It was destined to lose.
But like I'm saying, I'm just looking back and I said them two election there is like, I think it was 2 1-term election. So yeah. So but I mean, like I say,
remember 2011, Remember no, we coming out at the Doodles crisis with Bruce Colin and all that. And then Andrew make up such an error. He just trying to be honest, but he made such an error.
What him say, brace a bit of medicine.
When he goes to Mandeville.
Yeah, man, Manchester.
And say a bit of medicine.
Brace for bit of medicine.
That cost him election.
Yep.
Even if he wasn't going to win, it cost him a lot of seats.
Yeah, he actually, that was our own goal, and he gave a gift to the PNP because I heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard that the PNP used that for say to the civil servant, them say, yo, them are going to lose them job and wage freeze and all of them something there.
But when they come, them and they
So before we go finally, so why is just a wishful feeling you have that third term will be sure, or what is it that you're seeing?
It's there, man. It's there. And tell you what, I don't tell you, the PNP is gonna win some seats now. They're gonna win back some seats. But they can't win 18. They can't.
Yeah, that's the math that I did.
They can't win the 18.
Yeah, that's the math that I did. I think it's easier for JLP to lose a couple and still maintain the majority than PMP. Because again, and when I say stuff like this, I have PMP friends who don't like to hear it and them cuss me. Like, Mark is not a strong leader, and everybody knows that Mark is just a placeholder. So if they had like a strong contender, I think, it would have made more sense. And the next thing to the PMP is not united. I just play a clip, I don't know if you heard it, where Liz today was telling Clive and the nation and the world, say, do not vote for the British white man. So when you have one comrade come on national radio and say that, I know that 2 things is going to happen. There are a lot of comrades who will not be voting, and you have some that will be voting JLP.
Well, to be honest with you, the PNP base is energized now, really. So we are not taking that for granted. They will be energized. They are energized because the general secretary and the party leader and all of them, they're splitting. I don't know. They're just spilling this 8.
Yeah, what the lady name? Denise Daly or whatever. I can't believe when I hear she say, we must not only bad mind them, we must not like them.
right? But not that at all. You can imagine which black country a white man could have stood up on a stage and talk about Nancy nigger. Come on, you tell me.
Well, I've been saying this, and
Tell
this
me.
is why I'm being hated by a lot of people that I know very well. I think the PNP is a cult. So when you have a cult, the leader can say anything and people still support him. So I'm not surprised.
We know that, you know. We know that a long time now. But what I'm saying, there's and my problem with is with most of the people, the middle class persons who understands what is happening, know know what is right from wrong, but yet still they are gonna make somebody who's gonna vote for a a plate of curry goat
You
and
see,
a
so
restaurant
you
beer
see, now you sound like
to
you're not so
decide for
sure,
them.
and I'm gonna say the things the more me I say.
Not I'm bashing not bashing everybody, but what
As
I'm
me
saying,
say, no, it sound like you're saying
that's what
exactly
they're
what I'm
doing.
saying. Because if we have good, well-thinking people who know about here
Mm-hmm.
what happen, we shouldn't have a white man go up on a stage. Even if somebody brought him up and said thing, he should be the bigger man and said,
Yeah.
no man, me not do that. Put a
No,
chain around
I
a
will
black man neck
shame
and bout him
one
have
black
the
man.
key for release him.
Come on.
But as you saw a while ago, and me say it sound like we're on the same page now, because if you have those people who know wrong from right, but they decide that they're not voting, they're just going to sit on the fence, what is going to
Mm-hmm.
happen?
That is why I said I believe I most of what Mr. Warmington said I believe. No, if you don't vote, there's nothing to complain about. Anything you take, you forget. Anything you get, you take.
Well,
Yeah, man.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Well,
But
all
anyway,
right.
thanks for calling. I normally end at 10, so call me earlier next week, all right?
Okay, what are you come on? The same Monday
9,
night?
9 to 10 every Monday night.
Okay, all right,
Which
cool.
time
Oh,
zone
touch
you
base,
in?
man. Guidance.
Which time
Yeah,
zone you
man,
in?
cool. Mm.
All right, you now hear me. But yeah, if you're in Eastern Standard Time, it's 9 o'clock. If you're in Central, it's 8. I have no doubt that the jail will win. But anyway, as may I say, I think people outside of Jamaica, that's what they're saying, that's what they're thinking. But again, remember, at the end of the day, every election is one from a local thing. And listen to this sounding issue out recently. I want you guys to hear something. Tell me some move that and I want you. Yep. You're sure?
Say what thief and rapist and them come there. Run with them. And they come. No care nobody for them. That's a secretary. Dr. David Campbell.
The leader first came out and say, uh, microphone. The party leader came out and said